Have you ever wondered where former presidents live after their term? Imagine, if you will, the life of a president. The Oval Office, the White House, Air Force One, these are the iconic symbols of power and prestige that come with the title. Every decision made, every speech given, every trip taken is under the global microscope. It's a life of immense responsibility and near constant scrutiny. But what happens when the term ends, when the cameras switch off, when the limelight fades? What becomes of our leaders when they step down from the highest office in the land? This is a question that has piqued the curiosity of many. For the life of a president after his time in office is a tale less told. After all, once you've led the free world, where do you go? What do you do? How do you adjust to a life that's suddenly devoid of the constant hustle and bustle, the incessant pressure, the never-ending demands of the presidency? The post-presidential phase is a unique chapter in the lives of these men and women. It's a time of reflection, a time of transition, and often a time of transformation. No longer burdened by the weight of the world, they're free to pursue passions that may have been sidelined during their tenure, to reconnect with family and friends, to simply breathe and be. From sprawling ranches and coastal retreats to quiet suburban homes, their residences reflect their personalities, their values, and their aspirations. Some return to their roots, some seek new adventures, and some continue to serve the public in different ways. Each president's post office journey is as unique as the individual themselves, offering a fascinating glimpse into their character and their legacy. It's a journey that's as diverse and dynamic as the nation they once led, a journey that's as intriguing as the presidency itself. So, where do these former presidents live? What does life look like after the Oval Office? Stay tuned as we delve into the post-presidential lifestyles of some of the most influential figures in history. So, what happens right after a president steps down from the office? This is a question many of us have pondered. The transition from the highest office in the land to civilian life is not an easy one, but it is facilitated by several measures. Firstly, every outgoing president is entitled to Secret Service protection for the rest of their lives. This is not just a courtesy, but a necessity. The former president still represents the country in many ways and could be a target for those with ill intentions. This protection extends to their spouse and children under 16 years old. Secondly, there's the matter of the president's pension. The Former Presidents Act of 1958 ensures that our country's leaders are not left destitute after their service. They receive an annual pension that matches the current salary of the cabinet secretaries. This money allows them to maintain a certain lifestyle and continue to contribute to society in meaningful ways. Additionally, former presidents are allotted funds to maintain an office and staff. This helps them manage their post-presidential duties, which may include writing memoirs, establishing libraries, and participating in philanthropic activities. But where do they go? Where do they set up these offices? Well, many former presidents choose to return to their hometowns or the places they consider home. This is where they feel most comfortable and where they can continue to make a difference. They often choose locations that have significance to them personally, or that played a key role in their political careers. For example, after his presidency, Jimmy Carter returned to Plains, Georgia, the town where he was born and raised. There, he has continued to live a life of service, teaching Sunday school at his local church and volunteering for Habitat for Humanity. George W. Bush, on the other hand, returned to Texas, where he had served as governor before his presidency. He now resides in Dallas, where his presidential library is also located. Now, let's explore the specific homes of some former presidents. From ranches to city apartments, the homes of former presidents are as diverse as the presidents themselves. A president's home is more than just a place to hang their hat. It's a reflection of their personality, their passions, and their legacy. Let's start our journey through presidential homes with the majestic Mount Vernon, the cherished abode of George Washington. Situated along the Potomac River in Virginia, this grand estate showcases the first president's love for agriculture. With its lush gardens, working distillery, and grist mill, Mount Vernon paints a picture of Washington's life beyond politics, a life rooted in the soil of his beloved plantation. Next, we travel to the rolling hills of Virginia to visit Monticello, the innovative home of Thomas Jefferson. A true Renaissance man, Jefferson designed Monticello himself. With its neoclassical architecture, well-curated libraries, and sprawling vineyards, Monticello reflects Jefferson's intellectual curiosity and his love for French culture. But not all former presidents returned to rural estates. Let's shift our gaze to more recent history and the homes of presidents who chose to reside in cities or suburbs. Take, for example, the 33rd president, Harry S. Truman. After his term, Truman and his wife Bess returned to their humble, yet charming two-story home in Independence, Missouri. Known as the Summer White House, this quaint Victorian residence is a stark contrast to the grandeur of Mount Vernon and Monticello, reflecting Truman's down-to-earth nature and his strong connection to his Midwestern roots. Then there's the 38th president, Gerald Ford, who chose to settle in the upscale neighborhood of Rancho Mirage, California. His modern single-story residence, nestled in the heart of the Coachella Valley, is a testament to Ford's love for golf and warm climates. And let's not forget President Barack Obama, who after 8 years in the White House, chose to remain in the nation's capital. The Obamas' elegant brick home in the Kalorama neighborhood of Washington, D.C. speaks to their continued commitment to public service and their love for city life. We can't talk about presidential homes without mentioning the 39th president, Jimmy Carter. Carter returned to his hometown of Plains, Georgia, where he lives in a modest ranch house. The simplicity of Carter's home is a reflection of his humble nature and his dedication to his roots. Whether it's the sprawling estates of the Founding Fathers, the suburban homes of the mid-20th century presidents, or the city houses of the modern era, the homes of former presidents are as unique as the men themselves. They offer us a glimpse into their personal lives, their passions, and their values. Each of these residences, in its own way, tells a story of a man who once held the highest office in the land, then chose to retire to a place that reflected his true self. These homes are not just buildings. They are symbols of the multifaceted nature of the American presidency and the diverse individuals who have held the office. From the banks of the Potomac River to the heart of Washington, D.C., from the rolling hills of Virginia to the sunny skies of California, these homes are scattered across the country, each one a piece of presidential history. But it's not just about where they live, it's about what they do. As we continue our journey through the lives of former presidents, we'll explore the activities, initiatives, and causes that have defined their post-presidential years. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into the lives of these remarkable individuals and their enduring legacies. So what do these former presidents do with all that free time? Well, it's not all golf and leisurely strolls in the park, though there's certainly some of that too. Many of our former commanders-in-chief dive headfirst into a whole host of activities that keep them just as busy as their days in the Oval Office. A popular post-presidential pursuit is the world of philanthropy. Many former presidents establish foundations or charities, leveraging their influence to make a positive impact on both local and global scales. They champion causes close to their hearts, from education and healthcare to environmental conservation and human rights. Then there's the literary world. The tradition of penning presidential memoirs is a long-standing one. These memoirs offer a unique insight into the trials, tribulations, and triumphs of their time in office, providing a first-hand account of history as it was made. Believe it or not, some of our former presidents have even found solace in the arts. Painting, for instance, has proved a therapeutic outlet for one president in particular, allowing him to express himself in a way words often fail to